Esdeath is officially waifu material and best girl 2014 in my eyes. There is no way in hell any female character from this year of anime can beat Esdeath-sama. There is no way. Nobody can beat that. I'm just gonna be honest. The first half of this episode, I was rolling around in my chair, laughing my ass off, couldn't contain my laughter, because Esdeath's facial reactions, the way she shifts over to very like, oh, Tatsumi, and all of a sudden she switches over to an evil face, I was like, oh my god. It's so hard to believe this is a villain. Like, the main villain, pretty much, so far from this series, besides, the Prime Minister. And it's scary as hell, because I enjoy her character. It's gonna suck so bad when eventually in this series she's going to die, because out of all the characters personally, out of every character from this series I have seen, Esdeath, I think, is one of my favorite characters from the series. Hands down, probably my favorite. Her personality, the way she acts, even though she is evil, and I understand she's evil, and it's really messed up, fucked up evil, just the way she acts towards Tatsumi is just, it is so funny. It is ridiculous. Oh! Yeah, I mean, who could not enjoy Esdeath in this episode when you saw her like, I love Tatsumi and all that, like, me being away from Tatsumi made my love grow stronger for him. I'm like, what the fuck? Or how she wanted to impress Tatsumi by having him with her later in the night to be able to kill Danger Beast to impress him. I'm like, what? Esdeath, man, The entire character design of Esdeath, too, is just great. I love the blue hair. I love the hat. The hat is just one thing I really love about her character. The entire attire, her character design, I love it. I really love it. And that's actually something I do want to talk about. Akame got killed. The character designs on the characters really, really look badass. I mean, they're really different from other character designs, and their attires and clothing are a lot different from other clothing I have seen from anime in recent memory. And I love how the designs just look so freaking unique. They really do. Like, I mean, the Jaegers. Oh my god. I'm really loving the Jaegers, even though I fucking hate Demonic Justice. Oof. Even though I hate her, okay? I like Wave. And actually, I do want to mention something. I mentioned it last week in my last review, how the entire introduction of the Jaegers reminded me of Night Raid, like the entire introduction. They seemed like the equivalent to Night Raid. Well, in this episode, it felt like the introduction of their Tegus was similar to Night Raids, the way they got theirs introduced. And that was really funny. I noticed, like, the correlation between the two. I mean, I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but I mean, when you had, the Jaegers introduce their Tegus in this episode at the beginning, you see Demonic Justice, you see Kurome, you see Wave, everybody just introducing their Tegus, I was like, oh my god, it looked really cool, and it reminded me of Night Raid. As I said before, once again, this episode just proves that I probably hit the nail on the head with the similarities between Night Raid and the Jaegers, because Wave brings up in this episode that they have a lot of similarities between each other with Tatsumi and Wave, and I like that entire aspect because, as I thought last episode, I said that Wave reminds me a lot of Tatsumi. He seems like that type of character that eventually is going to defect from, the Esdeath's side, because he's going to realize how corrupt and evil the capital is. That's what I am thinking, because his character design and his entire personality, like I said, is too similar to Tatsumi. When he finally starts to see some fucked up shit, most likely he's going to abandon Esdeath's side and go over to Tatsumi, or he might die. I don't know, because in this episode, he failed to capture Tatsumi. That's one thing. He let Tatsumi escape, and at the exact same time, he wasn't aware that when he was fighting the Night Raid member that was Tatsumi, he wasn't aware that it actually was Tatsumi, and so, technically, two people got away in Esdeath's side and said that she would personally punish him or torture him next time he fails, and so, that is not a good sign for Wave. Wave is on a very thin line, like, he is on thin ice, and that actually, that pun right there, because Esdeath uses ice, but anyways, the entire bit with Wave, like I said, I have a strong, almost 100% certainty that he will join Night Raid. I really believe that. I really do. Now, Esdeath, can her personality be changed? Can Tatsumi change her? This character, as I said, I like Esdeath as a character. She's a really good character. I like her as a villain, too, because her entire villain, the way she acts, is just badass. And I was told last week, actually, that they censored a specific scene from the episode that wasn't shown, and I saw a couple manga readers that were upset, but they said it was nothing bad. None of the manga readers said it was bad, and it was understandable why they censored it. Supposedly, last week's episode, when you saw the entire flashback with Esdeath and all that, and seeing her destroy the entire village and causing, these people to get angry to where they want to cause wars, well, there was supposed to be an entire scene where, people were getting raped in that scene. Yeah, there was supposed to be a rape scene in that episode. So that just shows you what they censored out. I'm just letting you all know that's what they actually censored out last week if you did not know. Now, one thing I do want to say is Kurome, Akame's sister. Her character design looks really cool, and it's very similar to, Akame of our main female cast, pretty much. But her entire motive in this episode, when it was revealed of, what she wants to do to her sister, it really scared the fuck out of me, because her facial expression, the way she acted, and the way the animators, animated her face, looked really creepy. For instance, when she says, "I want to kill my sister myself," and all that, I'm like, oh god. I mean, she's completely just the exact same carbon copy of her sister, Akame. She pretty much is. She's just, I guess, either corrupt, or there's something else underneath behind the lines of that, Akame did to her that pissed her off. I don't know. But overall, I think, personally, Akame ga Kill is just stepping up to be an amazing series. I mean, it has just gotten so much better since the Jaegers were introduced. I'm saying that. I'm saying it right now. The Jaegers have really mixed up the entire aspect of this series, because now we have two different, outlooks on this entire series. We have Esdeath's army with the Jaegers, and then we have Night Raid. And technically, they're very similar, and they technically have the same goals. Even though one is evil, one is good, they could technically both be considered good or evil, depending on the outlook you think of at their characters. Like, Wave personally believes that, they're on the good side. He hasn't seen the corruption of the evil that the Capitol does. And, as taught to me, he was the same way until he saw the evil. And on an outsider's perspective, looking at, Night Raid, they would think Night Raid is evil, and when in reality, technically, Night Raid isn't evil. And, vice versa. Both of these entire ways they look at things is similar, and it's so scary how the design of Wave is just like that, so similar to Tatsumi. I know for a fact it's not a coincidence. I know for a fact the mangaka designed Wave as a character probably to have an outlook on the enemy side. That's probably why his character was designed like that. Now, animation for the most part of this episode was freaking, as always, I love it. I love the animation. There can be people complaining about the animation still frames, but I mean, you can't, have the best animation all the time. But personally, I love the way the still frames bring out the aspect of the animation and the art of the series. And that and transformation of Wave. Oh my god. Did you see that? The transformation scene of Wave. When he activated his Tegu and you saw the fucking blue particles go around his face and all that, and you saw his eyes light up, that looked, oh my god, I thought I could actually touch the screen. I could feel the aurora coming off it. I mean, the animation art looks so realistic. It looks so fucking good. It really did. At that one moment of this episode, when I saw that, it reminded me of the animation and art style of Fate Zero. That's exactly what it reminded me of when I saw that animation pop up. I almost fangasmed. I was saying, oh my fucking god. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe the epicness of that scene. Overall, great episode, enjoyed it. Esdeath is waifu material, best girl 2014, and I'm definitely gonna have to order some merchandise that is focused on Esdeath-sama, because she is amazing. Anyways, tell me your thoughts. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe, and Chibi out.